Following the signs, hey Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, this is a reading for you. The possible is not impossible. I nearly missed what they told me, but I got it out there. That is what I heard just before I pressed record. So the possible is not impossible. Whatever that means to you, Taurus. Let's have a look. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's get an energy check and see where you guys are currently at. What's currently going on for Taurus right now? Let's have a look. What are the messages for Taurus? What's currently going on for them right now? Spirit, what can you tell us? What is the possible that isn't impossible? Okay. Love and the tomb. You could be feeling, in the feels for somebody. And this could be we've got the love and the tomb. It's, this is all about connection and this is all about solitude. So it's like it could have been in a moment of, you're feeling a pull right now. There's a need for you to self-isolate. There's a need for you to withdraw back. And maybe it's in this that you are really reflecting on a love that's come into your life, a connection that you currently have with another. This could even be significant of a love that has been lying dormant for some time. Sorry about that, Taurus. So there is a need for introspection, as I was saying. I believe I just said there could have been a love that was laying dormant. But the love card does also speak about, to have love, we need to be vulnerable. And we also need to begin that love with ourselves before, how can we expect to receive the love that we want and that we need from another without really knowing what it is that we truly need? So that call for introspection, it could be to do with your heart, with your vulnerability, but there's a need to pause and to look further in at something. For some of you could be feeling quite alone at this time, or maybe, your whole life you have experienced this feeling. What did the fairies say about this? Just going to get a few oracles and then we'll go into some tarot. Taurus, I will use this time to say, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Not every reading, will feel like a personal one, basically. So it's important to take note of that and to also, don't claim anything unless, of course, you want to. So we've got the elements showing up here. We've got winter and spring. I should say the seasons here. Winter, the answer to your prayers and affirmations are fully realized in the winter months. And spring, your desires fully manifest as the flowers begin to bloom. So it's very quite interesting. Well, here where I am, we're currently in spring. And for others of you, you're going to be heading into winter in the coming months. So it's like for you, for some of you, this could have been something that in the spring, I'm seeing this maybe even more predictive. So for those of you going into winter, and then spring, it's going to be different for everyone here. Let's just put it that way. But there's something saying here that the answer to your prayers in the winter months. So it's going to be in this solitude, that hibernation, and maybe this tomb, that the answers are going to come to you, those intuitive channeled guidances that are really going to make sense to you. And it's going to be something tangible that you're really going to be able to work with. And I feel like from this, as you're moving into spring, is when you're really going to see the effects of whatever it is that you're growing. But it's very much a matter of trusting and believing here, Taurus. Because, if you have been in quite a time of feeling this alone feeling, it's easy to kind of get a bit pessimistic or give up the fight here. Actually, before I do that, where are they? There's something I'm looking for, Taurus, and I can't see it. So we'll grab a wisdom of the oracle before we jump into some tarot. Please show me what Taurus really needs to hear right now, Spirit. Clean it up. Yeah. Sort of coincides with the spring a little bit, doesn't it? But that spring cleaning feel, it's time to really, make space in your life, Taurus, for the things that you want and for the life that you want to live. I feel like you could have a lot of things that maybe you've held on to for many years that you're not kind of realizing, but these things are holding a lot of energy. Now, this could be negative, this could just be even sentimental, but whatever it is, there's things that you have in your house that are symbolic of something that's triggering you, basically. And it's time now to really clean the way. And it starts in the home. You want to have that as your space to be able to retreat back into. You want your home to be your sanctuary. So whatever's going on all out there, you've got your place to be able to come back to. And this is going to spill over into your social life, into your relationships and the connections you have around you at this time. I hate to say it, but who does maybe need to go here? What needs to be cleaned up in the connections that you have? How are you being honest with these people? Are these people being honest with you? So, and you could also be feeling like, well, maybe I have made big changes in my life. And so far, they're not resulting to anything but me feeling fishy got the drip, basically. I don't know why I said that other than I saw the song. I've never heard this song. But it's like not a lot of it's making sense about this path. You've been like the warrior here, really, Taurus. You've had to really put on that armor so much throughout your life that, taking it off might feel unnatural. So let's dive into some tarot for Taurus. Yeah, there's a lot of balance coming to a situation. I've seen it twice now. You could be dealing with an Aries, or maybe our father is symbolic here. Could even just be that, you've got a divine masculine around you, or some of you are really stepping into this energy. Okay. Where's Taurus currently at in amongst all this? I'm not going to take them. Where is Taurus currently at? Okay. You're showing up here, Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Eight of Pentacles reversed. You could be feeling quite unstable at this time with a lack of direction or a lack of even creative inspiration, motivation to want to know what you want to be doing. You could feel like everything's just taking from you at this time, or you're pouring so much in and it's like, I've got nothing left to give here. Got nothing left to give. And you could be experiencing feelings of bitterness or just a lack of, all this is going on and it's causing this lapse in probably self-care. Self-trust as well. Some of you could be feeling like, I'm in this body and like I don't feel like who I am. Sometimes breakups can really, the grieving process can be quite strong throughout that. Yeah. So there's been you've been dealing, maybe a Libra or a water sign. I don't think signs really matter here, but things have been extremely unfair for you and completely depleting, unsatisfying. There's been a lot of, some of you could be dealing with legalities that are just, going around in circles, or are maybe having you have to compromise in ways of which that are just outrageous. Okay, but you're gaining perspective here. I feel like you are detaching from this pain to be able to look at it in a logical way and to be able to make clear decisions for yourself. So what is next for you? What is next for Taurus? You could be feeling a little like revengeful. I mean, look, we're polar opposites on the bloody zodiac wheel. I get it. Do we act on these tendencies? No. But you could find yourself being like, oh my God, you could have previously been someone that's very supportive to people going through, troubles in their life. We'll use relationship breakdowns, for example. And I see you as being someone that's very nurturing, as well as like can paint a bit of a picture, as in like, it might be here, but you can get to there. And feeling like you're really needing to take this advice on for yourself at this time. In order to see like, what has changed for you due to this falling apart? What has it opened up for you? And it can really cause that shift to think, all right, like the world really is mine here. What do I want? What is next for Taurus? I like it. So there's been a lot of healing, or you are proactive in your healing at the moment. You're learning a lot from it, and you're really looking at things too while you're discovering them and learning them about yourself. Even the healing process itself could have been quite burdensome, or it could have been throughout this healing time where you've had an offering that has been very heavy to deal with, and maybe you offered this to someone else who was already carrying too much of their own adversities to be able to commit. But we've got a withdrawal here and a walking away. For some of you, this could be a Scorpio or a water sign, a fire sign, or Aquarius. So, yeah. So you could have very well made an offering. Who is this 10 of Wands? Someone could have been quite dismissive of something that you offered to them, and just hang on, Taurus. This could have been someone that you at one point were quite harmonious with. Aries, Leo, Sag energy. But someone like they could have had a like an air sign moon. But this is someone that's very like confident with, the moves that they make, or have come out the other side. So, why they might be like, no, I'm not suffering from this, not suffering from that. Like they're still carrying the weight of it and like the burdens of it all. So who walked away here? For some of you, it was a Leo. But this could have been, someone that maybe you have known for a long period of time. Could have been a childhood friend, family. But this connection could have very much been very familiar in, I don't know what I want to say there, to be honest, but it's something that's been delayed anyway. And potentially maybe someone moved on to someone else here. Someone might have left something to go back to something else. That's the Star. Yeah, you could have come out of healing to open your heart up to this person, or this could have really put you back in a state of indecision. within yourself. Oh, this is what's to come, because I did say what's next, didn't I? Sorry to confuse the situation here. So what's the main situation impacting Taurus here today, Spirit? Okay, so at the moment there could be a situation involving friends, maybe other feminines. I shouldn't say other because I don't know how you identify, but we've got like, there's been some connections that's been formed, friendship, there's like-mindedness, and there's celebrations. For some of you, there might have been an event, maybe a party, an engagement, but there was something to celebrate. You could have felt a little out of place being single at this event. Yeah, and we've got in the advice here, the Eight of Swords, which is like trying to navigate why that is the advice, but it could just be like, you know, being in your own head. Like, you don't have to always you know, explain everything to everyone. You don't have to give everyone an itinerary of what you've done that day or how your life ended up the way that it did. Like, it's actually nobody's business but yours. So get comfortable in having shorter conversations, or to learn how to deflect and put it back onto whoever it is that's interrogating you. Well, Taurus, what have you been doing? Oh, not much. How about you? What have you been up to? Like, just put it straight back out there, you know. And the potential here is, you know, something new comes in. Is this like a new inspiration? Is this a new beginning of something here? What is this Three of Cups? Nine of Wands, Page of Swords reversed, Three of Swords, Empress, and the Queen of Swords. Okay, so we've got two feminines here and a very immature little page. Yeah. And some hard boundaries. Yeah, someone's very tired here. And that was just bad guy too, Billie Eilish. You know, you could have just felt like at the end of it all, like, here you are, Taurus, sitting here with the devil horns. Like, you're just like, how? Like, you could feel like misjudged in a lot of ways. There he is again. Are some of you dealing with an air sign? Or is someone watching you or advising you here? There's a painful situation, whatever this is. This caused a lot of confusion and, you know, a lack of desire to even want to grow anything with someone after whatever occurred. There could have been like a, what is this Page of Swords in the reverse? Queen of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, the Sun, Eight of Cups reverse, the Sun, Ten of Wands reverse. It's like someone could have reapproached you, which may have like brought a lot of joy and maybe release. Maybe they've come back being like, you know, I'm over it. I've released the pain of the past and, you know, I really want to work on something with you, or, you know, whatever this this situation or this person. This could even be you. This is kind of a little confusing, Taurus. Could even be like someone has told somebody else that, oh, Taurus, like, they're so happy after this. Like, they're not worried about it at all. Or, Who's the Queen of Swords reversed? King of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. This could be someone, you know, they've got a profession, a business. They could be quite good at something. Maybe you have worked with this someone or been under the guidance of this person potentially. This could be someone that, you know, you've confided in, or usually you get them to look over your work even. And someone that's usually quite balanced in and empathetic, like this person empathizes, they validate. So whatever has occurred here has caused this person to feel quite pissed, and they could have been quite cutting and sharp with their words. They could have also been experiencing a lot of anxiety here. Here's the Empress in the reverse, because I had thought that was your energy. It's the Empress in the reverse here. The Empress in the reverse, so it's someone who, you know, there's been a real determination to take a break and to have rest, to have a look at a situation involving this Three of Swords. And like has confidently assessed to come forward with an offer here. Definitely getting Leo energy you could be dealing with here. What is the Three of Swords, please? The Devil in the reverse. It's the Nine of Wands. So we've got the Devil in the reverse, clarifying the Three of Swords. Ace of Swords, clarifying the Nine of Wands. It's like there's been could have been a conversation about, you know, having to say this was someone that you're in a relationship with. There's been an event that you've both been invited to. There could have been a discussion on like, you know, we're past this. We can be adults here. You know, someone could have been very fixed on the fact that they had released something. They've, you know, freed themselves from a situation. What is the advice here? We've got the Star on the bottom of the deck. What's the advice here? Knight of Wands and the Justice in the reverse. It's like there may be something where you're not going to get the outcome that you want. And you're being advised to just move on. Like, I feel like going back into this. What is Justice reversed? Three of Wands reversed. This would really muck your direction even further, trying to get the resolution that you're really needing here, Taurus. You need to be brave and courageous and just keep pushing forward here. This is coming back to that clean it up. And it's like, you know, you can sit there and you can try and trying to use an analogy here, you know, trying to clean things around your home that maybe are just impossible to get to the desired cleanliness. So it's like trying to expect something fair from someone incapable. It's only going to harm you in the long run. You're moving towards something much more fulfilling and something a lot less this, basically. Let's get you a closing angel message here, Taurus. Closing angel message for Taurus. Yes, ideas and inspiration. It's time to get re-inspired. It's time to create space to get re-inspired here. And there's things that you have and have got going on or have pondered on, that you're being really encouraged to reinvigorate. And I feel like when you're not having to deal with drama and all this shit, you just watch it start flowing to you once you free up your time and your space. You could feel very led at this time, like there's something that comes really natural to you. Could be to do with your hands or the way that you're able to maneuver something. I don't know where this is coming from, but this is what they're saying. And you could get your inspiration and your ideas from something very basic around your home, and it could come through this cleanup time where you're, dusting stuff away and you discover what this thing is. I'm going to wrap this one up, Taurus. If it resonated, please drop a comment. If you enjoyed it, like and subscribe to Following the Signs, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.